Hi you guys, welcome back to channel Claire. I don't know why I allow these things to happen to me, and it's my fault. I will say off the bat, it is my fault because I'm last minute. I procrastinate. It's my fault at the end of the day. So my nails are very, very big to me. I love nails. It's like an expression. And my typical girl, I did not hit her up soon enough to see that she'd be available to take me today, and that's my fault. She wasn't available. That's on me completely. And so I was like, okay, I really need my nails done because I feel like one is like about to fall the hell off. I really need my nails done, so I'm gonna try out somebody around here. I knew that I needed a takeoff in a full set. That is what she told me the last time I was with the lady. I needed to take off full set, just start all the way over this to another. So I started at one place. I got up there, I went in there, I said, can I get a takeoff full set? Like, everybody looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, okay. Like, nobody wants to do a takeoff full set around these places. Like, I don't know why. Like, what is that? Nobody wants to do a takeoff full set. They just want to do fill-ins. So, they didn't want to do a takeoff full set. I was like, okay. Even though, like, nobody was in there. Nobody at all. So then, what do? Go on my little GPS, see what else is open, this, that, and another. And so, I found this other place. I call them before I even go, before just walking in. I say, hey, can I get a takeoff and full set? Sure, come in. I was like, okay, I'll be 7 minutes, da-da-da. I get here, they look at my nails and everything, and they're like, wouldn't you just want to do a fill-in? Like, you want to just do a fill-in? And I'm like, well, like, if you look at the, under my nails, and if you look, like, I feel like I kind of need a full set, and plus I want to change the shape. And she's like, oh no, like, I think you're good to just do a fill-in. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I know that I need a takeoff and a full set, but I'm also dealing with this lady who clearly does not want to do this takeoff and full set. I don't want to make anybody do anything they don't want to do, but then I'm also like, I'm a customer. I'm coming to you asking for a service. Like, I know they say the customer's always right, and I don't believe that. Customer's not always right all the time, but if someone's coming in and asking you for a service, typically you're just supposed to do it, right? Like, am I wrong in thinking that? And then on my other hand, I'm like, okay, well, she's the professional, so maybe she's looking at my nails and seeing that I don't need to take off full set. I don't know. But then the girl that I typically go to they told me I need to take off full set next time. So I was just like, fuck it, yeah, let's just do a fill-in. It takes less time anyway. Clearly you don't want to do it, even though nobody is in this joint. And so I'm just like, okay, whatever. So she's doing my nails and everything. I tell her that I want to change the shape. So I had like really pointy, almost like claw-like nails before, and I just wanted to kind of do like a coffin square style because I had that style for a minute. And so, like, I'm telling her that, and so she takes the file, like, the spinny thing, and she just like files down like the top part of it. And I'm like, okay, it's looking a little crazy, but again, professional. Maybe she's gonna somehow file it with the acrylic on it. It's gonna make it look some type of fucking way or whatever. I picked my color. I like vibrant colors and all that shit. Maybe to look good. Giving the benefit of the doubt. All that shit. I should have just fucking stuck with my girl that I typically go to. I should have just waited till like tomorrow or sometime during the week and went to her, because now I have these nails that I absolutely hate. I do not think they're shaped well. Like, look at this nail here. This is such first world issues, but like, look at that nail. Like, it's not, I feel like because I know I had like those pointy ones, you can literally just tell she like took off the top of it. It's like not even like she didn't even try to shape it like anything. Like, look, and this looks like completely different than any of the other ones. Like, the shape is just not, it's just, I like the color, I really like the color, it's vibrant, but like, it's just not what I'm used to. It's not what I'm used to. But I guess I should stop complaining because I didn't go to the girl that I typically do. I didn't hit her up in time, and I went someplace I knew nothing about, and this is what I get. So I don't know. People may look at them and say, oh, they're not that bad, but I keep looking at them and they look horrible. So I'm trying to talk myself out of going to another place to get these done over. Like, it's so bad. It's so bad. Ugh, God. But in better news, because it is Sunday, and to me, Sundays are for mimosas, I did pick up, there was a liquor store like right beside it, so I did pick up some champs, got some champagne. This is Corbel Extra Dry. I like their Brut too. I really like this. I really like Corbel. And I also like, but this is a Prosecco, but I also use it for my mimosas. This is the La Marca. So, and the thing is, like with this Prosecco and La Marca, I always see it priced differently in varying places. Like when I used to live with my mom, what was it, a year and a half ago? Oh my God, wow. The liquor store by her sold the La Marca for like $15. This place sells it for like $18. I've seen it be up to like $19, $16. So like the price varies so much. I'm just like, do places just get to choose whatever they want to price things at with like no kind of correlation? Like, I don't know how that all works, but I'm definitely after this about to have a nice little mimosa and look at my nails and decide what the fuck it is I think I'm going to do, like, because it's just shaped so badly. And I was like looking at them the entire time she was doing it, just hoping and praying as the process went on that it was just going to get better and better. There was going to be some like magical ending where she like just wrapped it all together and it was just going to be cute. And I just don't like it. I'm so bad at myself. So I'm gonna get back home, meet up with Christian, see what we're gonna get into today, and go from there. But definitely mimosas in my future, the near future. So I decided we're going with the La Marca today. This is the Prosecco. So I've got my Prosecco, I've got my orange juice, and I've got my glass. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this. I hate opening champagne bottles. Like, it's so much fun and so dangerous at the same time. You really have to, be careful. It didn't spill that much. It didn't, that was good. I did good with that, you guys. It didn't spill that much. It made the crisp pop sound. Now, for my mimosas, I like mostly champagne. Okay, that's the whole fucking point. I did learn somewhere when pouring champagne so the fizzes don't come all the way to the top, so there's not as much of the fizz. If you tilt your glass to the side and pour it in, it helps. So, I'm gonna see if I can show you guys. Boom! So you don't have all that fizz at the top. So that is my champagne, aka Prosecco. And then I have my orange juice. And honestly, I prefer mimosas with pineapple juice, but I couldn't find pineapple juice today, so we just went with the orange. But the champagne and pineapple juice, that's my jam. And just a little wee bit of orange juice, because who needs all that juice and sugar and shit? Mainly, we just want to get a buzz. So we actually have a festival down the street for us, like walking distance. It's called Taste of the town that I live in. I don't really want to say all that, but they have winery, they have different vendors down there, jewelry, clothes, food, all that cool stuff. So I saw a lot of people around there, so we're gonna check that out. And then I want to go into DC, but Christian seems to think that's a mission. It is a mission. We have a metro that's like right here, but just getting into DC, I'm just like, I get it. But that's what I want to do today. So, Christian, let's get it together. We have not gone into DC in I don't know how long. But mainly, I kind of wanted to look at, because Legal Bites and her team of people did a pretty much fundraising live yesterday at 10. And it was so cool because they donated, I believe it was over $128,000 that they raised in this stream for the Children's Hospital of LA, one of the charities that Amber still to this day owes $3.5 million to. At this point, I don't think it's going to happen. But for them to put this on, it's a 9-hour, a little bit over a 9-hour stream. They put this on, they raised all this money. People donated, and I just think that it is such a positive thing to do. Like, I think it's such a positive thing. I saw some negative comments, but fuck you, whatever. These people gathered together and made something where we were able to provide needed money to children. Something with whom a movie star, B-list movie star who was married to Johnny Depp, got a settlement of $7 million, sat on TV and said that she donated it all. I wanted nothing, yet didn't donate a goddamn thing. Blamed it on being sued by Johnny when she had ample amount of time in between to donate the money. She just chose not to. And now we have these people, part of Johnny's community, part of Johnny's team, who have risen up, created this, and now $128,000 are going to the Children's Hospital. And I just think that deserves an applause. I do. I think that's an applause. Because that's a hell of a lot more than what she tried to do. It is. But the reason why I think that this stream is interesting is because they had one of Johnny's friends, Josh Rickman. Let me make sure I get that right. Yes, so it is Josh Rickman. He came on to Legal Bites stream about 4 hours in, and he was given some inside details on kind of Johnny's reaction, what was going on when the verdict came through, everything that everybody wanted to know, you know, because in that moment, I know all I could think of was, damn, what is Johnny thinking? What is he feeling? What is he doing? What's going through his mind? Like, that was my top thought, along with, damn, Amber, you really fucked up, girl. Like, what the fuck are you about to do with yourself now? But that was one of my main thoughts. So it's really nice to have one of Johnny's friends come and share what actually happened, because he knows. So I'm gonna find.
But we also, whatever, we have our own stream, so we have a little time deadline we gotta deal with.
Fair point.
I might have to go nudge him out of the sack there.
Makes sense. All right, well, thanks so much for joining us. See you, Mike.
So
yeah,
that's
I
Mike is
dropped
gone.
in the chat. I dropped two or three times. I'm just putting it in there so people can see it. I dropped.
Let me find it and I'm gonna come back. So this is when Josh comes into the stream. Josh Rickman.
How's it going?
Hey.
He said, hey.
So,
wow, a lot of familiar faces.
If you guys have not watched this stream, please do.
Yep. So if anybody is
donate if you
familiar
can.
with Josh, he is one of Johnny Depp's best friends, and he is
one of his best friends.
A few of us through the course of this trial. He himself went into court several times, the beginning and the end. I think you also saw the verdict in court as well, right?
He saw it live and in action.
I was with Johnny in his hotel room.
Woo!
The verdict happened live.
So Josh was with Johnny in the hotel room when it fucking happened. Okay? When it happened.
That's right.
That's cool.
God damn.
It's even better.
You know you gotta tell us about that. Yeah.
Yes, you have got
put
to.
that out there.
Well, you got it. First of all, let me just say that when I was at the trial for the first week, do I see Brian?
Yeah.
Do I see Jack?
So like they know these people. So this is one of Johnny's good friends. He's like, do I see Brian? Do I see Jack? You know that Johnny knows these people. And I think it's awesome because, especially Incredibly Average Brian, oh my God. I will say this over and over again. When his videos started coming out and I was watching, I was flabbergasted. I was so fucking shook. Like, I knew that it did not sound right what they were trying to fucking say about Johnny. I knew that shit did not sound right. I did not know the depths of the evilness and the hoax and planning that went into it until Incredibly Average came out with his videos. So he, I feel like, is a forefront. He's someone who popped this shit off. Him, Umbrella Guy, you know, they really helped this team. They truly helped Johnny. And I hope one day they get to meet him because, oh my God, I really, really, really do hope they get to meet him one day, especially if Josh is on here. I feel like it's a possibility. I really want that for them.
It's on my phone because somehow Chrome on my computer won't let me get on the camera. I don't know how you guys do this. It's embarrassing. But I see all you guys. I felt like I lived with you.
Wow.
I can't tell you how much you meant to me
Wow.
and to the people close.
Y'all hear that? He said, I can't tell you how much it meant to me and the people close. People were watching this shit. People who knew about Johnny and knew who he was and knew that this was just some bold-faced, downright dirty old lies and knew Amber. They knew it was some untruths. And they were watching. They were watching. Because the media, mainstream media, they weren't doing shit. All they was talking about was Amber Heard, me too, victim, blah, 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 blah. So the only place they had to turn to was YouTube and listening to people like Incredibly Average. You know, people who had the details and could see the truth.
Oh, that stopped at the wrong.
Oh, he froze.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh no.
You got it. You're back. Oh, he was back for a second.
You're back, brother.
There we go.
Okay.
Sorry, no, sideways. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
He's gone.
So they were watching us. Oh my god.
Yes, they were watching.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's
That makes feel good inside.
They were watching big time.
I know. It must have been.
Y'all imagine Johnny sitting at home with like his phone and he's so cute with like his phone just sitting there watching YouTube and watching these people supporting him, watching these people connecting all the dots and putting it all together and him not being able to really say anything. Like, oh my god. Like, I know he's seen Incredibly Average's videos. He's had to.
His connection there. But
They were watching us on.
Let me see if he comes back. Oh, here he goes.
That's like the ultimate deal right there. He'll be back.
He's back.
Some real low-tech stuff going on around here. So, you know, a lot of us that were really close to it lived with you guys. You did the best job of anyone.
You heard that? He said a lot of the people who were really close to it lived with you guys. That's incredible. That's incredible. And people say what they will about the internet, social media, and all that shit, and it has its downfalls, it has its negative parts, but it connects people like no fucking other. People all around the fucking world. It connects people. You wouldn't even fucking know. You never know who's watching your shit, you know? So I think it's incredible. It really touches my heart that at least he had some type of content that he could consume in these 6 fucking years that actually saw what was going on. It wasn't just all this mainstream media. He had some place he can go where he was understood and vindicated before we got to the 6 weeks in court and what happened 2 weeks ago. So I think it's incredible.
You know, I watched Hogue at the start be kind of like the naysayer and the
Watched Hogue at the start. Oh, damn.
Connections. Okay. I think we're back.
Is he back?
Ah.
He's trying to figure it out. Bless his heart, Josh. He's trying to figure it out.
Maybe. No. Unfortunately.
So
He's
mostly
trying to
that
get
Hogue
it.
is the naysayer.
Ah.
Call that.
Here we go. Hey, Josh.
I feel like I need to get my chair.
Yeah, if you can go closer. Back
Okay,
there in
so
the
I
chat.
think
I'll let
he's
you on
back.
as soon as possible. So, Josh, you're back.
Hey,
You're
we're back.
Yes, he's back now.
So you were saying that Hogue was this big naysayer.
He's still kind of stuck.
Oh man.
Maybe
Okay.
if he wants to turn his video off and just do audio, that might be
Yes.
better.
Yes.
If you want to
If you,
tell him, I don't know.
let me. I'll.
Brian's really cute.
That would not pull on the van.
Just
very
saying,
much.
like, he's a cutie.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what I expected, you know, Incredibly Average to look like, Brian to look like, but I did not expect that. He's a cutie.
You went the entire trial without any outside information in terms of you were just getting the information the jury was getting correct and just basing everything on that, which I appreciate. I
The
like
only
that.
caveat I would have to that is certainly as it became more of a public thing,
Skinnable.
I was getting a lot more DMs with at least like subject headings and things like I think I got 6,000 copies of Check Out Jennifer Howell's letter,
Yeah.
but I never read it.
The
But
letter
I did
from
at
Jennifer
least have
Howell.
Whatever the kind of
That letter from Jennifer Howell, y'all. When I first saw the letter from Jennifer Howell, telling the true story. Because Whitney, and I don't know why it keeps bothering me, the fact that Whitney said that Jennifer Howell had her sleep on her floor. Had her sleep on her floor. And Jennifer Howell came back and said, no, I gave you my guest room. Okay? My guest room. This is a charitable woman. She's been doing this for years. And you really gonna put out there and say that she had you sleeping on the floor, her chosen sister? So like off the bat there, I was just like, you're disrespectful, Whitney. And then to go in to hear how scared Whitney was when she came to her and how she was putting it all on Amber, saying that she felt like Amber was about to kill Johnny, that she was scared of Amber, that it was all her sister. And then for Whitney to get in court and try to like make it sound like something else, although I think that Whitney did what she fucking could. And she's when she said that I was barely sober, I really felt like that was her like get out of jail free card, because she kind of was like, you know, this is what happened, but I was barely sober. So like her credibility at that point was kind of shot to hell, and I think she did that for a reason, honestly. And I wonder if Amber and Whitney ever had a conversation, and if Amber ever asked Whitney, girl, why did you say that? Why did you say that? Because the whole time we had been talking about Johnny's drinking and drugging and how that made him this crazy monster and this, that, and another, and they were trying to discredit him and character assassinate him because of it. And then her sister gets up on the stand and says she was drunk all the time. And if her sister is drunk all the time, that makes me think that Amber good and goddamn well was drunk all the time. I wonder if they had a conversation after all of that. Like, girl, why did you say that? I just don't see that being part of the script, you know? I really don't.
Kind of outside notions of people thinking something is important, but I never brought in anything that wasn't otherwise put forth to the jury in terms of primary source material.
I think that was a great approach. I think that was for someone who absolutely was headlong into it.
Did he disappear again?
Right, I knew to make fun. So,
Oh, Lord, Josh.
I like to Lita and guy.
I'm trying to get to where Josh.
I don't want to interrupt.
Oh, Andy came on. Hey, Andy.
I want to figure out where to donate, and I want to send my followers your rope, and we don't.
But where's Josh?
Tell us about the jury doc to see you guys.
Right.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
Guys. I'm just saying. This is
I'm
really
loving
incredible.
Hopefully
Hold
we
on,
get
let me see where
back,
Josh.
That's
Yeah, hopefully we get Josh back. Let me see where Josh comes
I
back.
know.
in. Okay, so I think that Josh is back.
We've got this.
Yep,
All right,
he's
Josh.
back.
Hey.
So
Yeah.
for y'all, I wonder if I can make this so you guys can see. Hold
Don't
on.
Not at all.
I think
So
this
this
is
is
like an
Josh
iPhone
up here.
1.
How the fuck did I? Why do I do this to myself? Why? I just got to Josh and I fucked it up. Hold on. Okay, he's
Not
back
at all.
on. He's back. So this is Josh down here.
No, all of us, I was
In
saying
the
before,
corner.
all of us that have ever streamed before, we have been there.
Yeah,
We either
that's true.
Right, figuring all this stuff out. Do y'all remember when Zoom came out with COVID and all that shit, trying to figure that out?
Going, guys, everyone's got to shut up, man. Look, we're dying to hear this stuff. We can't hear it.
Yes. Of course, of course. So, yes, Rich. I mean, not Rich.
Josh.
Josh. Richmond is your last name. Josh, thanks so much for being here and for talking to us. And hanging
Yes,
out with
thank
us.
you, Josh.
So yes, of
For
course,
giving us the tea. Yeah, I'm excited. It's probably the champagne.
we have questions for you.
All the
about
questions.
about the verdict. What was it like to see the verdict come in? How did Johnny react?
How did he
How
react?
did he react? How did everybody in the room react?
Well, first of all, anybody out there in the world that's saying that he was in a pub when it happened, they're wrong. You don't know.
Liars, you
They're
don't
saying it for
know.
whatever reason, I don't know. He was in a pub with Jeff Beck hanging out before,
Before.
and I was at a restaurant, got the note.
So before the verdict came out, Johnny was at the pub with Jeff Beck. Chilling. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I would need. Like, take a friend to take me the fuck out. Take me out and distract me from this foolishness. Because this is Johnny
So you know when he goes out, it's like a whole thing. So you got to get the security. He's meeting people, you know, people who work at the restaurant, talking to them. So it's a great distraction to have instead of like sitting in a room anxiously waiting. Like, I feel like I'd be on pins and fucking needles. Like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So I think it was great that Jeff Beck went and took Johnny out before the verdict even came out. So I will say, when those pictures came out, I thought that he was out after the verdict came out. So that's just how you really never know. Just because you see something, you really fucking don't know what's going on until it comes out of somebody's mouth who knows what the fuck actually went down. So it's interesting that it was before. I love that.
The notice the verdict was in, and we ran across the bridge in Newcastle. We waited outside his room. He came walking up. He was cool as a cucumber. I'm not gonna lie. He was cool as a cucumber.
He was cool as a cucumber. That's because Johnny is smooth as shit. That's a smooth dude. Johnny is a smooth dude. I don't give a fuck. Like, he has swagger. He just oozes like confidence and just like, I'm Johnny fucking Depp. You know, I was watching Gossip Girl last night, and you know Chuck Bass, and he's like, I'm Chuck Bass. I feel like Chuck was like kind of like an asshole, but Johnny for real, I'm Johnny fucking Depp. Like, cool as a fucking cucumber. He's just chill like that. I would love to hang out with Johnny. Like, I would like. Do I know what I would say? Absolutely not. But I would love to hang out with Johnny. I just feel like he would be the chillest, most cool guy in the world. Just laid back, easygoing. Very like, he'd be the one you can bum a cigarette off of when you're fucked up at the bar and stuff. Like, he would be the one that would make sure you got home safely and like sit there and chit chat with you outside the bar, and you have this whole profound conversation. And it's just like, I just feel like Johnny, the fact that he's his friend is so fucking cool. That's awesome. Can you put this back on Josh?
He had been pretty stoic through all of it, as I think you guys could tell. You know,
he had. Johnny had cool, calm composure, and you can only have that when you know the truth is on your side. You know when somebody like fucking confronts you, and you know you're fucking wrong, and you know you fucked up, and you kind of get defensive and shit, and you're like, But if you know you telling the truth and you ain't doing nothing wrong, you're just sitting there like, okay, because you got the truth on your side, so it really doesn't fucking matter what you're fucking doing. I don't care. I know what's real. I know what's truth. I know what I experienced. I know what the fuck went down. And now everybody in the world is about to know. And your shit's about to be fucked, honey. Fucked. Literally fucked. Amber can't do a goddamn thing.
He's been bearing the burden of this for 6 years.
6 years.
Carrying this weight. I was calling him Atlas. You know, he was carrying this weight for 6 years. And there was a lot of people, you know, I see Brian is still out there. And, you know, we consider Brian the ground zero.
Yes.
There was no...
The ground zero. And he said, we consider Brian the ground zero. So all of them, including Johnny, all his supporters and his team and everybody, they was watching Brian. Brian, all his diagrams, and he was saying, well, she's saying this happened, but if she walked into this way, that wouldn't have made sense. Dude, I am so happy that they're giving Brian his fucking
media. There was all this blackout, you know, Me Too, everyone was trying to jump on his dead body. And like,
everybody.
He rose from the ashes.
Yes.
And he was pretty stoic. I mean, the first week of trial was testy.
Yes.
You know?
The first week of trial was testy, and I honestly felt that, and seeing him, you could tell it. You could tell in his like body language, his demeanor, just everything, like, that was rough. But you have to remember, this is the first fucking time in 6 years, umpteen years, that he's having literally his life put out for everybody to hear, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And he doesn't know how people are going to receive it because he's been fucking trashed in the media. Trashed. Like he said, jumping on his dead body. You don't know how people are going to respond, you know? And I remember that first week when I went out there. Okay, so Court started on the Monday. I went out there the first week on the Thursday. Nobody was out there. Kid you, nobody was out there. It was me. There was another girl. There were some photographers. Angela Levy was out there. That's when I met her. Another reporter was out there. The cops were out there. But that was it. That was it. The first week, that was it. I saw Johnny come in and everything. The video is on my channel. I saw Johnny come in and everything. He had the window down maybe like this much, and he did wave and stuff, but it was nowhere near what it was like once the trial went on and there was all the crowds and everything like that, because I do feel like he was still really not knowing what the response was going to be. He didn't know. We hadn't heard Johnny talk. We hadn't heard him tell his story. You know, we hadn't heard him tell his truth. We did not hear the tea. All we heard was Amber running her fucking mouth, chirping about her bullshit, about stuff that didn't even make any sense. So I'm sure that had to be really nerve-wracking, but then once things started and he got settled into it, it was like, okay, I got this, I'm cool, I'm fine.
Well, I was there the first week. I came back for the last week, and he was like in the zone. He was rehearsing for his tour. Yep. He was singing in the shower. You know, he was
singing in the shower. Get it?
He was in the zone. He had felt like what he wanted with the whole world. You know,
because he knew the world was seeing it. After that second week, for me, after like day 2, I was like, this is done. Like, my mind was never going to change regardless. I knew going into this, yeah, whatever, I'm biased. I knew that my mind was never going to change regardless of the outcome. Johnny was innocent. He did not do this shit. The evidence backs it up. I don't give a fuck. We already know there was a corrupt trial in the UK. The justice system here in the US is some fucking trash anyway. So I was like, it doesn't fucking matter what the outcome is. I believe Johnny.
Seeing the real facts that the media wouldn't portray.
Exactly. Seeing the real facts that the media would not portray. So they know. Johnny and his team know what the media are doing. Spinning everything. Ignoring shit. They still, I have yet to see a mainstream headline come out and say, you know, Johnny Depp was an abuser, Amber lied and put on a hoax and was fraudulent. I have yet to see that. They won't do it. And why? Why not? Because you know good and goddamn well, if this ended up on the other fucking side, the flip side, and Johnny would have lost, you know what them headlines would have said. It would have been nasty. It would have been... oh my god.
And I know it sounds paranoid, but it's true. Find me somewhere where anyone in major media portrayed even the notion that he was telling the truth.
Exactly.
Against her claims. So, you know, I think he felt like, not that he'd already won, but like this was his last chance.
Right.
Because
he ain't got nothing to lose.
He wasn't suing her anyway. That was the son, and he was fighting Murdoch and other people whose name starts with an M. And, you know, he really was stoic. And then if you're asking about the moment of truth, which, by the way, the only video of that exists is on this terrible phone that I'm having trouble with you guys on.
Oh my god, please do not lose this phone footage, Josh. Please! You need to have that phone, like, fucking preserved. Oh my god, please do not leave this footage and let it get lost or corrupted or anything in the phone break down because it's so old. Oh my god, we need to see it.
I've got the video, and I could just tell you, he's like this, and he's just taking it in, and we're screaming and cussing out the screen. Jeff Beck is flipping off the screen. We're screaming and yelling.
Yes, like, fuck you, you fucking bitch, you lying fucking psychotic fucking cunt, fuck you. I can imagine. They were probably like, fuck you, yes, fuck you, you fucking bitch. And Johnny is sitting there like, taking it all in because he is the one who went through it. He had to deal with this fucking bitch, and he's watching this shit. I'm sure he's looking at Amber and he's seen this fucking shit. He lived with this woman. He lived with this woman. He went through the actuality. Do you know how much of a mind fuck that it would be to have lived with this woman, know exactly what the fuck went down, and she's getting up in court lying about it? Just lying about it through her fucking teeth. How trippy that would be. More trippy than my shirt. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. And Johnny's sitting there like, taking it in stoic as fuck, and everybody else around him is just going fucking ham. That's Johnny. That's Johnny. I wouldn't expect it any other way. I wouldn't expect him jumping up and down and doing all that. I would never expect that.
We're all crying and screaming. He's stoic, and I mean that. He's stoic, and I've known him 35 years, and I'm to this day still so impressed by what he shouldered and how he shouldered it. And even today, like we FaceTimed on his birthday for 2 hours. He's in great spirits.
Good.
Like it's a huge weight levy on his shoulders. You know,
he has his life back. He has his life back. He can go someplace and know that when he walks in the door, people aren't going to think that he's some kind of violent fucking abuser. You know? Prior to that, you go someplace and people are looking like, oh my God, like that's Johnny. Like, did you hear? Like, he beat Amber. Like, oh my God. Nobody wanted to deal with him. And then everything is in the air and in the open. And everybody's like, he walks in someplace, everyone's like, oh my God, it's Johnny. Oh my God, it's Johnny. Oh my God, do you think I can picture? Oh my God, it's Johnny. And it's just like, I can't.
You know, he really wanted the world to know, and
the
now
world to know, and we know. The world knows.
Yes. No matter how the
MSN world knows
tries
Amber's
to spin
a
it,
fucking liar.
The whole world actually knows. Anyone that watched the trial,
if you watched it with your own 2 eyes and your 2 fucking ears, you know the goddamn truth.
The real story at this point. So.
Well, I think you and your whole crew here, everybody that I see, like I was saying before, my tech issues, you guys were so great. You know, a lot of us relied on you because, you know, we've been fighting the system for 6 years, and some of us were in this thing for 11 years because those 5 years he was with it.
Exactly.
So,
woo! Y'all heard that? He said some of us, it was 11 years for the 5 years he was with her bitch ass. And she was abusing him and terrorizing him and doing all types of crazy fucking shit we've heard on the audio. And that's probably light work to what the fuck was happening, because at those points she knew she was being fucking recorded. So that's light work as to what was actually going on behind closed doors and in private when nothing was being recorded. 11 years of this bullshit. 11 years of his life wasted. So I am so happy that immediately he went and got on stage and did what he loved and has been doing it every fucking since. And he's going to keep doing it. And he deserves all the happiness in the world. All the happiness and joy and success. I cannot wait to see where Johnny goes.
You guys, your perspective, you know, the guys that were in the courtroom, the guys that were talking about the jury, because I'm one of the few people who saw the jury, right? I knew the jury. I when you guys were talking about certain people, I knew who you were talking about.
Right.
And we were nervous. This has been nothing but difficult the entire time. So we were nervous, and if you guys made it easier,
didn't know where it was
honestly,
going to
and
go.
the perspectives, and you know, Hogue especially, because he was the sort of devil's advocate, and even watching Hogue turn, I was like, okay, this is
Hogue was the devil's advocate. Oh.
Yeah, I remember you asking me, you know, kind of offline when you were like, so is Rick really like this? Is this how he really is? You know, behind the stage, but you know, like normally off of live streams, I was like, yep, this is the real Rick Hogue. Like he is skeptical, but he is very honest.
Skeptical but honest. Yes, I will take it. I think that's an okay motto.
Yep. And I think we may have a frozen free. Frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Now we're back.
Oh,
He's sideways.
Might be.
That was me
yeah,
live the other day.
Your
I
mic
don't know what the fuck I was
muted.
doing.
Something happened. Okay, he'll be back.
Okay. We'll come back when he gets back. Alright, so he is back.
Substantially different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Bobby.
Yes, sir.
This is a question just for you. How did you feel? Like, how did you feel about like when it happened and afterwards? What did you do? Are you like,
oh my god, I was like a little bitch. I was bitch. I was like, how are you feeling?
No, I was like you.
I was
like, you know, one day that video is gonna get shown, and I was just like you. You know, I was.
Please share the video, Josh. Please. Like, I need to see Johnny sitting there stoic and everybody around him literally freaking the fuck out. I need that video. I need that video. And obviously it would become a meme, but I need that video.
Oh no.
Frozen.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there it is.
Back. Frozen again. Oh. This is such good content.
It's such good content.
It is.
Girl, you are getting it.
Yeah.
You are getting it. You are getting the content, girl.
I want to know how it was that moment when the jurors.
So we gotta get Josh back. Oh, here he goes. But before I start that, do I do another mimosa? Christian's gonna be back in a second. And that'll be 2 mimosas. I kinda wanna finish this. I kind of feel like it's Sunday. It's kind of like whatever. It's my day to do whatever, and I feel like I want to drink another mimosa, so I'm going to pour another mimosa. See, I'm already fucking up. That's all with 1 mimosa! But I did fill the glass up to like here. I'm a lightweight, okay? At brunch, I have fun. I'm a fun brunch date. I'll be asleep by 3, but I'm a fun-ass brunch date, so I love brunch. Even if it's my own private live streaming, watching Johnny Depp brunch, sans the food. Okay, let me get that together. I'm making a mess over here. Get my workstation tidy. Okay. Okay, I'm fucking up. Hold up.
I'm blaming StreamYard.
I blame StreamYard too.
Yeah, it does that.
So here's the thing. I lived it. I never liked her. I didn't like her before I met her.
Oh! He said I lived it. I never liked her. I never liked her. And imagine if he's saying that, how many other people said that shit. They peeped that shit off the top. But it is so hard when one of your friends likes somebody and you know they're not right. You know they're no good. You just have a vibe and a feeling about them when you look at them. Their energy is off. You know something is not right. It is hard to come to your friend and say, look, I don't think this person is for you. I'm worried about you. I don't think this is the right situation, because they can turn and then be mad at you, right? And then you've lost your friendship, and now they're really in the dark because they don't have you anymore. Who knows what the fuck is going on? And then you don't know what's going on either to help and protect the person. So it's a hard situation to be in. It really, really is. So I don't fault people for not saying anything, because that's a tough situation to be in. It really is. Like, I mean, I guess it depends on the person, but let's just see what Josh has to say.
I met her. First time I met her, she lied to my face.
Oh!
She isolated me.
First time he met her. First time he met her, she lied to his face. What? That's pathological. That is patho-fucking-logical. How are you meeting someone for the first time, and your first thing you want to do is fucking lie? She's a pathological liar. Like, this woman is not well. This woman needs to be put away. I am so concerned about what it is that she's doing in the background, because we know that she has been on this fucking jet going back and forth, New York to DC, New York. What the fuck is she up to? We got this rumor out that she's trying to do this book and shit. What are you up to? The bitch is too quiet. And I say that because she's like a fucking child. She's too quiet, and that means she's up to some shit. She is up to no good. I don't fucking trust this woman. I know that she's not done. She is a vengeful, spiteful woman. She's not done. This man has literally been vindicated in the public. He is off doing shows. He has movie deals in the works. You know, underneath, she is fucking seething. The rage and jealousy that she's feeling is never going to let her rest. It's never going to let her rest. Ever. Hold on, let me check this real quick. Yeah, this bitch is not done. She's not done. I don't think that we've heard the last of Amber. Just the type of person she is, the evilness that went into her even doing this to begin with, she's not done. She's not done. Johnny, I feel like, is going to have to worry about her for the rest of his life. Like, behind his shoulder, like, yes, he's won. He's vindicated. He can now move on with his life and do his thing, but he has this dark shadow behind him. Like, Amber and her cult of fucking lunatics, they're in that background working on some shit. Like, I swear to God. I swear to God. They're too quiet. She's too quiet.
It was hard. His friends, it was hard. It was hard, you know? And so then when all this craziness started, the trials and, you know, dealing with Adam Waldman, who, by the way, in your world of lawyers, Adam Waldman is a beast.
A beast.
An absolute beast.
An absolute beast. Okay, he's coming for her fucking ass. He's already putting out hints and shit. He's coming for Amber's ass.
She should. But
she should fear his ass. No! No!
Yes.
Look at James. He's like, no! You're at the juicy part. No! God damn it, no!
We can digest it and talk about it.
Okay, digest.
Right side. Alita promises you bite-sized content. But
yeah, Adam Waldman is fucking
whenever
incredible.
We lose Josh,
he is fucking like they figured all this shit out and they were like, oh nah, bitch. He put all that shit on Twitter. He said this bitch is a fraudulent, hoaxing ass liar. Her and her friends staged and set all this fucking shit up. This is what happened. I don't give a fuck. That shit wasn't defamation. It was the truth. It was the fucking truth. So take your little $2 million for that. You can take your little $2 million for that. But honestly, if I were Johnny, I would have cut that check the day I found out. Okay, $2 million, here, boom, bop, done. Done. It's done with now. Now, what are you going to do? Because you now owe me. I mean, you could take that $2 million out of the 8 some odd fucking $10 million you owe me. Just deduct that shit. Why I gotta write her a check? Deduct it. He's not back yet. Deduct it from what I am owed, please. I don't understand why he would need to cut her a check at all. Because she owes him more than what, she owes him more than what he owes her. You know? It is just so fucked up. It's so fucked up. Wow. Is he back? Yep.
There you are. All right.
Real quick.
We've got another question for you, Nate. What was the question?
When they gave Amber the little $2 million, how'd you guys react to that?
Like it's nothing.
Okay, wasn't quick enough.
Like it's nothing.
I can do this. I can do this.
That's right.
He's got it.
They felt great.
Oh, he asked the question. He like, that was an excellent question.
I can't do it.
All right, let's see. Let's try it. We'll try it again. All right.
There he goes.
So what did you guys think when she got the $2 million verdict on her end? What was the reaction? Oh no.
I hope you know.
They were speechless. They were speechless.
They were speechless.
They were speechless.
It's not working.
No!
I think it's a stream.
He's giving
I had
so
this
much
issue when I
tea.
came on with you the first time I tried to stream. If you can tell to turn off the video,
I know she's
think
probably
that
like
will
kind of
help.
freaking in the
Just as
background, like
audio,
anxiety.
that
Like
would
she
help me.
wants
I know
this
when I was
content
trying to
so
tell
bad. I
y'all,
know
I was
she's
in the
oh
car
my
and it wasn't
god.
working at the courthouse.
I know
so
she's working in the background.
Yeah, in the 10 seconds we get him back. Tell him.
I
Quick.
need that
Yes.
answer.
Yeah.
Like deliver.
I need that answer bad. Let me see. Is that him?
I'm moving. I'm kidding.
Maybe if he turns off the
Pretty stream for the children. People here. What we've gotten so far.
She was one of the nice. That day was okay.
I wonder if he comes back again, or he's
I
just
made
like
her
fuck
do
it,
stuff.
because this is this is too much.
To believe that everyone else.
Yeah, trial.
I'm gonna look and
comes
see if he
in.
comes back again.
I'm doing
Hold
my
on.
headline.
Okay, I think he may be back.
He's trying.
Possibly.
He told me he was trying on another phone. Because he's tried on a computer and on a phone, and now I believe this is on another phone.
I wonder where he
He's an
is.
antique phone in Australia.
He's in Australia.
Because
Wow.
I told my
I wonder how far Australia is from the DMV. Like, I would want to go there and visit for maybe like 5 days. But I hear they have all types of like creatures and bugs and shit that are like real wild. I've seen pictures like these big ass fucking spiders, and I'm like really not about that. But I would love to go to Australia. I wonder how far Australia is from here. Just out of curiosity. Because this world is so big but yet seems so small at the same time. Let me see. This is very off topic, but I'm just curious. How far is Australia from DC? It is 10,409 miles away from DC. The flight, the quickest one-stop flight, is close to 22 hours. However, some airlines could take as long as 48 hours. Oh, fuck no. Oh, no. No. Because I hate flying. Like, to be real, I honestly hate flying. So me going to LA next month, I have to like prep myself. Because I had an experience, very off topic, quick story. I had an experience. I used to fly unaccompanied minor to go visit my dad in Atlanta because my parents are divorced. So I was maybe about like 9 and flying unaccompanied. No, was it 9? I may have been older than 9. I may have been 14. I know, big jump. But I was either 9 or 14. But either way, I was on this fucking plane. And all of a sudden I'm flying, and all of a sudden I hear this big pop, like massive pop, and I'm like, what the fuck? Everybody is like, what is going on? What is going on? What is going on? And the plane starts going like this and stuff. Everybody is like freaking the fuck out. I'm literally, I didn't even know what hyperventilating was at that age, but I'm like freaking out. I'm in the air. I don't have my mom. I don't know what the fuck is going on. So on this plane, the flight attendant comes over to me because she sees I'm fucking freaking the fuck out. So she's there trying to like calm me down and shit. And eventually the captain gets on. He's like, okay, we have to turn the plane around because a bird got in one of the fucking engines, and one of the engines were fucking blown. So we're flying like this, and we had to turn right back around and go back. Go all the way fucking back with one engine, and whole time it's like, and I'm just losing it. So ever since then, I hate flying. Like, I hate it with a fucking passion. Honestly, I'm thinking about, because I think the flight from here to LA is probably like 5 to 6 hours. I'm honestly thinking about getting a prescription for Valium. I really am, because I am going to be with my mom and my sister, so if any shit were to go down, that's who I'd want to be with anyway. But I'm just like, I don't want them to have to deal with my foolishness on this plane freaking fuck out. Like, I really don't. It's just a mess. I hate flying so much.
To play weed.
Hold up.
In like
So
2 minutes.
I'm sorry for that like extra ass segue, but I don't even know how I got there.
In weed. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, but you got that.
So he's not back
You gotta
yet.
have that.
I have a Mario Battle Strikes date.
I don't know if he's back yet, if he's able to come
I understand
back.
fully, Nate.
Let me check again.
Oh,
So
they
he's
got
there.
bowling. They got bowling.
He's there.
Might be doing it.
Now he's outside.
And also, welcome Christina Pickles.
Pickle.
No!
Hey, we're working with some tech issues to get Josh.
see that.
Josh
He
Rickman on
has
here.
to be in
He's
Australia
been
out in
giving
the
us bits and
fucking
pieces
outback.
of their reaction when he was with Johnny Depp. Reacting
Oh,
to the
no.
verdict, reacting to
I'm so sorry about this, guys. It's so
Oh, okay, so he's on.
Back to
Okay.
what Rick was saying for a second about just
He
putting
doesn't
out
have a
stuff that doesn't
picture,
matter
but he's
about the censor.
speaking.
Hey Josh, are you here? Can you hear me? We're all.
I'm gonna try. I'm back to the computer.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Hi, Christina.
Hi, Josh.
So
Christina.
I'm so sorry about this, guys. It's so truncated and horrible.
Don't sweat it. It's not your fault
I wanted
at
to
all.
meet you guys and hang out with you guys. Feel like I know you so well. Waking up at 6 in the morning, West Coast time, and like I was waking up before my 5-year-old son. He was like, "Dad, what are you doing?
I
Are those
know
fires
that's
on
right.
TV again?" I'm like, "Yes."
I love it. I love it. So.
And I saw you, Runkle. I saw you on the last day. I tried to talk to you, but I guess everybody was bothering you, and so you gave me the brush.
I'm going to apologize, man. On the last day, I was so
The
exhausted.
brush?
I was barely able to function.
He
as a human
probably
being.
didn't know who he was.
I actually had a few people say that I just kind of didn't notice that they existed, and I really, I noticed. I said
in real life.
I said on Twitter, basically, I really feel
But
that's
that's a
one thing I really
lie. They were
regret
out
is
there,
that I
no
ran into a
sleep
bunch
for
of people
hours,
who
sitting
said
out in
that, but I
line.
was barely I was not sleeping. I was in serious back pain. So reach out to me. I'd love to give you a proper personal apology for that, because there's a lot of people
you don't know anybody anything, man. Your work was so important to because I was relaying things that you guys and your cohorts
Yes,
were saying.
because
and I know
everybody
how hard
wanted
it
to
was.
know what the
First
jury
week,
was
it was easy to get in there
thinking.
for people, but then it got crazy, and you were doing the diligence to get in there, and your insights were really important to this broadcast of Alita's and to everyone who contributed.
Yes.
But it really meant a lot, and I was talking about it, to cohorts and stuff, and it was important.
Cohorts.
So you do not have to apologize for anything. I just thought, because I never really spoken, felt like I couldn't speak for so long.
Yeah,
That
I can
I was
imagine.
excited to meet people, and I thought they'd be excited to meet me. And when you gave me the blush, I was like, "Damn, man, he thinks who he is."
I actually barely remember a lot of that time. Like I was
die.
sitting there and going over my
LOL,
notes. and
LOL.
I can remember this, but I have like moments where I know that I left the courtroom and then I don't remember what I did for lunch, kind of thing.
Well, that's like my whole life, so I get it. I want to thank you for your work. I look at all your faces here. I mean, obviously, Brian and Jax, these are people who,
Yes.
we lived with for 6 years.
Yes.
Who helped change the entire
Brian
world,
right
and I know
there.
that sounds extra corny, but the truth is they did.
They
I mean,
did.
they really did. And
They
those
did.
of us who know, we know. And Adam Alden and I, to this day, we never stop talking about the effort of the people who were
Excellent.
motivated to speak out when no one else in the world would give an audience. And
Yes,
we can also
Brian.
think about our friend Tug, who was just a
Tug.
fantastic,
Yes.
fantastic. People, supposedly we're not supposed to use the word warrior, but Tug is a
No,
real warrior.
he is a warrior.
He welcomes all comers. He
Yeah, they don't want to say warrior because then it makes it seem like there's an army and stuff, and they're trying to, especially with Eve saying there's like Depp and an army or whatever the fuck she's calling us, and it's like, no, we're just people who see the truth, know that Amber's a fucking liar, aren't brainwashed by her ass, and are over her fucking bullshit. That's it. It's not an army. It's just people who have critical thinking skills and who can fucking see the truth. What? Like, what?
If you want to come at Tug, you go right ahead. Good luck.
Good luck. Exactly. He is on that
but
shit.
you
He
guys
said, you
what
want to
legal
start a
rights
war?
represented,
We can
what all
start
of
a
you
fucking war.
collectively
Especially with that
represented was
journalist
like
bitch.
this other thing. I would tell people, go watch Legal Bites, listen to the lawyers. Don't listen to me if you don't want to listen to me. Because after 6 years, people were tired of listening to me.
Man, well, I certainly appreciate it. It's funny because it's like we're just doing what we do, right? The lawyers in the crowd are just, we're using our experience to talk about some of the stuff that we find very interesting. And so when it comes to sharing that interest with other folks, it's always a delight when other people actually are interested also and want to watch along with us.
Yes.
But and this particular child stream was super important for so many reasons. So many reasons.
And I wanted to add that I wanted to ask you guys a question.
Yeah.
Which is, now when you see, because now that you're sort of indoctrinated, like fully indoctrinated, and as lawyers, you've seen all the evidence. And by the way, there was so much more evidence we had. There were so many more witnesses.
Did y'all hear that? There was so much more evidence. There were so many more witnesses. So much more evidence. This was only the tip of the fucking iceberg. There was all this shit underneath that was not allowed in. And Elaine tried to sit there and talk about some suppressed evidence. Bitch. If all the evidence really got in, all them audios in full really got in, she would be fucking decimated. I mean, like, she's already destroyed. She can't work in this industry ever again. She can't. She fucking can't. Although it's surprising to hear that WB is allowing her to be an Aquaman and doubled her role apparently in this test screening that was done. But girl, if the evidence actually came out, more and more evidence that he's saying that they had in witnesses, you know what? It was so funny. That was a plan from the fucking start to get Gina off. That was a plan from the fucking start to get Gina off. Because they did not want her to speak. She had too much tea. She had too much tea. They did not, as she was starting off, the little bit she got out, you knew she had tea. I wish that all these people, I don't know if it's allowed at this point, because, I mean, at this point, Amber's done shit, even during the fucking case, releasing this fucking photo to TMZ and shit, like, I don't think that they should stoop low like that, but I wish that all the evidence and all the other witnesses would come out and tell us what it is that they could have said and would have said had they been called and allowed to. Like, I would love to know those juicy details. Like, oh my God.
That we're absolutely crushing and damning, and that's a separate episode for us to discuss how and why they didn't get in.
Yes.
But that being said,
with
tea. What you saw, and now that you have a fairly encyclopedic knowledge, having taken it all in, isn't it kind of wild to see that the media, so much mainstream media still, and like Me Too, is still portraying it in a way that only serves them and their...
It's wild to see. It's fucking delusion and gaslighting and fucking lying, and that is why I will never believe mainstream media ever again in my fucking life. I will never watch a CNN. I will never watch a CBS. I will never watch an NBC. I will never fucking do it. If I want to get my news, I'm going to do my own research. I'm going to go to YouTube, the internet journalist. I'm going to do that, because the utter lies that I have seen in headlines is astounding, and I don't understand how they're allowed to do that, because this is defamation. You're lying to the public maliciously. Like, that shit's not true. The way they twist and turn this narrative, the way that Amber did when she was up on the fucking stand, when she was faced with fucking evidence that showed what she was doing, and she would take that shit and try to twist it in front of our eyes. Like, we're, like, not people. Like, we're not real beings with critical thinking minds to know that you're fucking lying. What? Like, it's insane.
Their needs, I don't know. Yeah. What does that feel like to you guys now that you are
it
really
feels
know what
crazy. It feels insane.
I feel like I'm living in
I'm glad he brought that up.
I
yes.
was just having a dispute with a lawyer.
It feels like you're being gaslit on a daily basis.
How do you come to these opinions when people are watching the media and they think that they know what's going on? As a lawyer, knowing just how much the evidence in the media can differ.
Right.
And I'm shocked at just how much there's a social gap between the people who watch the trial and the people who only absorbed it through these secondhand notions.
Yeah.
It's horrifying.
It's
but I'm
horrifying.
glad that at least
because they're doing it with a case like this. Imagine what they do with, like, actuality. Like, this is like celebrity news, but I'm talking about like actual world news, politics, shit like that. Imagine the lying that they do. We're not getting anything firsthand. We're getting a narrative that these companies want out into the world, and that's what they're telling us. That's it. That's what I've learned so much in this situation, is that I cannot believe the fucking media, the mainstream media. I cannot believe it. They're fucking liars, just like Amber.
The truth was able to be shown to people.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, and that's why it was so important for the cameras to be in the courtroom, and I laugh when I see folks like Elaine Bredehoft denigrating that decision and saying how that was such a terrible decision.
Yeah,
well,
because
course,
you wouldn't be able to fucking
so
lie
much
about
harder
it and
for her
twist the
to make her
narrative.
decision. Terrible.
And she sat there and told everybody they wanted their 15 minutes of fame, and who was the first person to go
to go do the interview? Exactly. Thank you, Josh. Exactly. Oh, you want your 15 minutes of fame, yet the hours after you fucking lost the case, you're getting up there fucking trying to explain away why you fucking lost. No, bitch, get out of here. You want your 15 minutes and then canceled your court TV interview. Embarrassing. You're embarrassing. You are truly embarrassing, Elaine. Like, I was feeling sympathy because she was sitting up and crying, I heard, and this, that, and other. But no, fuck that, because you sat up and you lied the very next day. You did not have to do that. You could have went and had a great fucking morning because now you're done with this lying ass bitch Amber. You don't have to deal with her anymore. The case is done, da-da-da-da, and move on with your life. Write a book, a tell-all, telling us all the fucking tea about Amber's crazy ass. But no, you got up and lied. Sympathy gone.
I asked the question, I don't know if we ever got an answer through all the interference, about how Johnny Depp and or you responded to Amber Heard winning that $2 million.
Thank you for circling back.
Well, the room was pretty wild, and I will tell you that Johnny was not, at that point, he was barely taking it in anyway. I'm not going to lie to you, and I guess I'm going to say this here and now. So when the dust had settled, I walked back. He had walked into his bedroom, and I walked in there, and it was just me and him. He pulled his glasses down. He pulled it.
Oh, imagine just walking into a bedroom with Johnny Depp and it's just you and him. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my. The things, honey. Oh, the things.
Pulled his hat up. He looked at me dead in the face. He goes, "Did I win?"
Oh. Yes, honey, you won,
also
and then some.
His aplomb. He's that person, He's not out to smash anybody. He really just wanted the story told. A lot of horrible things happened to him. A lot of horrible things were said and continue to be said by people that, for some reason, want to turn this into a different story. The story is
crazy. That's why.
This was not a great relationship.
It wasn't a great relationship.
This was people probably weren't meant to be together.
They should never have been together because she coerced away in there, spotted him out.
As you guys can tell, evidence-wise,
right?
They both probably realized it, and then it's like, so how do we get out of this? How does this end? And I think there was a dance, and I gave a legal statement which said he kind of always knew she was going to do this.
Wow.
So for people that wonder,
wow. He said he always kind of knew she would do this. Wow. Wow. He always kind of knew she would do this. So imagine the vibe and energy she was giving off and the things that she was saying to Johnny for him to even have an inkling and thought that she would do something like this to him. Imagine. He fucking saw, he knew, but did not know how to get out because he knew exactly this was going to happen. No matter when he was going to do it, no matter when he was going to try to get out, no matter what the fuck, he knew this was going to happen because he knew the type of woman that he was with. The stuff that was being said that he hasn't even told his friends and shit, things that were done, just when you're in an intimate relationship with somebody, when you're in your home, behind closed doors, there's nobody there, that intimate stuff, he always knew she was going to do this. That's interesting and scary as hell. Wow. Wow.
Why he would stay? Why did he stay? Why on earth would he stay? He kind of knew this was coming.
Wow.
Deep into the relationship, not like early into the relationship, that she was a person that was sort of, he could see her mapping this, and I think when you're witnessing that, you're like, wow. So the second I pulled the plug,
he could see her mapping this. Probably with the whole nail polish, and you remember he was testifying about the nail polish on the napkin and shit, with the nose talking about I'm bleeding. He saw her mapping this shit. Like, he knew, and he knew no matter what he was going to do, that this bitch was going to come at him some type of way. It was not going to be an easy situation. You go your way, I go my way. We split this shit out and just be done. He knew it wasn't going to be a shit like that, like with Vanessa. Wow. You know, the shit that was happening behind closed doors was wild. Amber was probably because you remember in that tape he said you were losing your mind. Like, I forget when it was, but he was like, you were losing your mind, and she did not say, oh no, I wasn't. Like, she just kind of went on with it. I can imagine this shit was terrible. Like, I can imagine Amber being scary, like scary movie scary, like thriller movie fucking psychotic fucking scary. And he was living with that shit daily. So no wonder he was drinking. No wonder he was drugging. No wonder he was sending fucking texts, because this woman was plotting and planning and mapping this shit all out, and he knew it. There was no way out but to go through this fucking foolishness with this woman. T. Oh my god. Let me not get my piece in there. I have to charge my phone, but now it's like making this thing go weird.
I know the torrent that's coming.
Wow.
And I think that's a fair understanding that so when you go back to asking the question, the $2 million award, I mean, it's not even. By the way, I'm going to tell you guys something right now, and I'm gonna mind my P's and Q's, and I think this is the first time it's really going to get said.
Say it.
There is actual contemporaneous notes that completely deny the claim that she was awarded from the Adam Waldman statement. I've seen them. I possess them. I talked to Johnny about them the other day. Let's just say there's a certain freeloader who has perjured themselves all over the world.
Raquel.
That freeloader had a dialogue where legal contemporaneous notes exist that completely nullify the $2 million.
Raquel or Whitney?
Well, I mean, you should have been.
Raquel or Whitney is that freeloader he's talking about. Raquel or Whitney? Raquel or Whitney? Oh my god. I gotta hear that again. I gotta hear that again just one time.
About them the other day. Let's just say there's a certain freeloader who has perjured themselves all over the world.
All over the world.
That freeloader had a dialogue where legal contemporaneous notes exist that completely nullify the $2 million award.
Well, I mean, you should have been. I mean, from a legal posture, like, you should be able to bring that in as impeachment. So I don't know why that wasn't presented then.
Well, I'm of the understanding that contemporaneous notes are that, correct?
Well, yeah, because if you have a person who's lying on the stand about something, and you have something that can counter them, you can impeach them, even if you can't otherwise bring it in as evidence. So it might not be available to be brought in as evidence because of hearsay reasons, but you still might be able to bring it in to impeach their
There was
credibility.
hearsay and everything.
So, like, because I don't know about these notes, and one of the things I think about is like what's within the confines of the case or not. So for me, like, the notes don't exist because they.
I know she is so pleased.
There's like nothing I can do with them,
I know she is so pleased with this content. Like, I'm so sorry.
I'm crossing any boundaries or getting anyone in trouble. Contemporaneous notes exist,
Ooh.
and they 150,000% crush the award she was given.
Damn.
And I know it. And my joke is that, like,
I'm like Aaron Brockovich now. You know, I've immersed myself in so much of this in the case, and my analytical mind has been presented with so much in some of my personal relationships with the, you know, people deeply most involved in this. I mean, Ben and Camille and that team, they worked hard and they get a lot of credit. But that case was built by Adam
Camille
Waldman.
kicks ass.
Adam Waldman.
She did a great job.
That case was built by Adam Waldman. Adam Waldman should be in Amber's fucking nightmares. Adam Waldman, when Amber closes her eyes and goes to sleep at night, she should see Adam Waldman's fucking face, because he's fucking coming for her ass because she lied. She plotted, she planned, she fucking faked and put on goddamn fake bruises. Do you guys realize the audacity of a person, the mental illness and fucked upness of a person, where you take a bruise kit, paint on a fucking bruise on your fucking face, go out in front of cameras and shit that you called and alerted, and say that a man hit you and try to take a TRO out on them? That's fucked. That's deranged. That is so beyond the words I have in my vocabulary. Like, quite honestly, like, wow. Wow.
Job, but the case was built by Adam Waldman.
Yeah.
And the truth is that there's still so much out there, and ultimately, you know, once again, circling back to your question, I don't even think it hits Johnny's radar to this day. You know what he's thinking? He's thinking he doesn't want to take money out of a little kid's mouth.
Right.
And then the whole world is, you know, saying she's not broke. She's not broke. You know, make her honor her pledges, whatever. But like,
so he's like, damn, she got this kid now that is quite honestly, a fucking prop. And so people are like, oh, you're taking this money and she's not going to be able to provide for her child and this, that, and another. But yet she's on a fucking private jet with chauffeured fucking drivers and shit. Fuck all that shit, Johnny. Take all her goddamn money. Take all of Elon's fucking money. Fuck that. Fuck that. He's not taking no money, no food out of a child's mouth. But the fact that he even has that concern shows the type of man he is.
But like, he's such a good guy.
Right.
He himself is not trying to push her face in it.
Right.
We are.
Yeah, no joke. A lot of us in the panel are.
Hell
It's
yeah.
like, we want to get rid of attachment, go to her house and take her stuff out of it.
Yes.
I agree, and
Fucking
she
bitch.
deserves that. I mean, she
deserves
actively
it.
behaved in a manner. I'm gonna try to mark my words properly. She behaved in a manner befitting of the ire of the people whose ire she raised.
Yes.
And it was in open court.
Thank
There was
you.
7 Americans and the alternates.
This is
By
the
the
way
way,
you
we lost
fucking
an
do it.
alternate who was, I believe, 100%. She was crying in the hallway after.
We heard.
Yes.
Oh, damn.
That number, there were so many moments.
So that
that
alternate was crying in the hallway afterwards. Damn. Because she knew. She would have gotten in that fucking courtroom. She would have been like, guilty. Guilty as charged. Fucking lock that bitch up. Fucking, she owed $50 million goddamn dollars. Like, no. Fuck her. Get $70 million fucking dollars. No. She was up the fuck set. I would be upset if I just went through 6 weeks and I've heard all this shit happen to this man and this fucking bitch is sitting up here lying to my goddamn face repeatedly while looking me in the fucking eye. I'ma fucking be fucking pissed that I can't then go in and fucking put her down as a goddamn liar. I'ma be pissed. I'ma be fucking irate.
Where I just saw her, like, clearly moved for Depp's plight.
Yes.
And I was really sad to see her go.
Yeah.
And I think, like, she was really upset, and I think she was really wanting to deliver on the justice for Johnny Depp.
Yep, and
Like,
she would have.
fuck.
But thank God he got it anyway.
I was sad to see her go.
Yeah, she was crying in the hallway. You know, ultimately, he really is a rise above person. I mean, this person that I
He's
think a
a
lot
good
of you
guy.
came to know
He didn't
vis-a-vis
want to
his
be in all
testimony,
this shit.
vis-a-vis his plight.
He had to get his life
He's
back.
a really beautiful guy. Does he
Beautiful.
like to drink wine? Yeah. He
Yeah,
does.
who
Okay,
don't?
cool. You know, I could list you about 50 huge stars in Hollywood that are far more inebriated all the time.
Exactly.
So, you know, and by the way, he's also never denied it. He's never denied it. It's not like he's tried to cover it up.
Never. He likes to drink. He likes to do drugs. And what?
For Disney,
Compared to Amber sitting up there talking about something. Oh, I have an issue with ecstasy and MDMA. Oh, I have an issue with coke. Whole time you were at Coachella on shrooms, fucking MDMA, drinking red wine and all this shit to the point where you got fucking sick and had to be escorted the fuck out. Like, make it make sense. She really, like, this bitch. Sorry, I know that noise is irritating, like nails on chalkboard, but she really fucking pisses me off. This woman irks my fucking nerves. Like, she irks my nerves. The entitlement that you just can think you can just get up and fucking lie your goddamn ass off on a man who did nothing but give you the goddamn fucking world. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Jesus.
Didn't see anybody have a problem with it.
Yeah.
And by the way, and other people, and you know, the people that love and support him, these are not enablers. I mean, these turncoats that went up there, his old friends, his agent,
right?
These people are, it's like, how do you feel now? You turncoated and you lost. Good night.
And you lost. I got all types of inappropriate shit in frames.
My new one is, you know, it's a football term. Ball don't lie. Say whatever you want. Ball don't lie.
Right.
Yeah. That's a basketball term, Josh. I guess it's not Rasheed Wallace.
When you said that on Ben's podcast, I fell out.
Well, we say it on we say it in football too, and I guess it's in any sport, right? And you know, I hadn't spoken, and it wasn't overly aggrandizing about the trial, but.
So I took a long ass break. It's much later in the day now, but I wanted to finish hearing what Josh Rickman had to say. So I'm going to continue. If it will let me. It literally.
A friend of mine named Ben Baller. He's got a pretty big podcast. It's
okay.
On the Baller podcast.
Just the longest.
And you know what? It really resonated. You know, he pumped it.
What? Video unavailable? What's happening? Video unavailable? Did they take it down? Did they take it? Why would they take it down? Hold up. It's not up anymore. It's literally not up anymore. Wow. I wanted to hear him talk about Kate Moss. Damn it. So for some reason the live is down. Not quite sure. I did want to hear him talk about Kate Moss, but from what I gathered from Twitter, pretty much Kate Moss was sick of fucking hearing Amber lie about this story, about her being pushed down these steps by Johnny, and she was there. It happened to her. How are you going to tell a story about somebody else's life where you were not there at all and think that that shit's gonna fly and nobody's gonna say anything? Apparently Amber didn't think that Kate Moss would say shit, and so Kate Moss hears about this and she offers to give her testimony. Johnny did not ask her. But that's how insane this woman is. Like, she could just flat out fucking lie about people who are actually here with us, living and have had experiences with this man, and just make it seem like that's it. You know, he pushed her down the steps, and that's just never going to be clarified. And like, she's insane. She is an insane person, you guys. But I'm really sad that the video went down. Dang it. Ah, well. Well, this video is long enough as it is, but that's weird. I wonder why. Let me see if I can find anything. If I go to her Twitter. Hold on. Do lives just not stay up? But I have a live that's up, so maybe they chose to take it down. Let me see. Yeah, they chose to take it down. They chose to take it down. I don't know why, but it's down. That's interesting. Interesting. Because that was a great video, so I don't know why they would want to take that down. But maybe she'll say something about it at some point. I'm not quite sure, but I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Hope that you guys are having an amazing weekend wherever you are. It's Sunday here. We have to go back Monday. Yay. But have an amazing week, you guys. I don't know when I'll see you next, but enjoy yourselves. Try to remain positive and keep a clear mind in all this foolishness that's still going on online, the lies, the narratives that are being twisted. It's completely, there are no words for the insanity that we're witnessing, truly. But I will catch you guys in another video. I'll see you later. Think about liking, think about subscribing. If not, I completely understand, but I'll see ya. Bye-bye.